What's up everybody, it's Brian with First Shot Tactical, back with another video for you here today. And today we're gonna be doing a quick unboxing and brief overview of, well, what's inside here, which by the name you should be able to guess. So with that, let's go ahead and get this out of the package and see what it is. First thing to start off though, we gotta point out, super nice soft case here from KRISS USA. Let's go ahead and unzip this guy, and on the inside, oh look at this, it's all strapped in nice here. Let's go ahead and undo both of these. Just for reference though, let's go over the boring stuff first. I'm gonna pull this out for us. We do have the owner's manual, a cleaning kit, a lock, and a KRISS sticker there as well. So all of that's in here. You got a little warning saying make sure to lube this guy up before hitting the range. And then here, let's go ahead and get this guy out of the bubble wrap. Woo. Oh, and then there is a mag hidden behind it here. But as you can see guys, this is the Gen 3 KRISS Vector chambered in 45. And as you can see here, we got our 30 round KRISS USA 45 magazine. And this is actually the Ellipses exclusive FDE and black two-tone Vector that they released in 2026. Man, this thing's sick. Let's talk about it real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the sticker off here as well, or tag. The KRISS Vector has to be one of the most iconic or recognizable subguns from, you know, Call of Duty and every other sci-fi movie out there. I have featured the 9mm version on the channel, both Gen 3 and Gen 2, but now we have a 45 one. And speaking of, let's start at the front here, because one of the main things I want to do is obviously suppress this. So you do have a thread protector here, and do note 9mm barrels and threads are different than 45s because of the larger bullet. So if you wanted to, you could mount a suppressor directly to this. Just make sure you have the right threads, or you could put some kind of QD thing. I think I'm going to be doing a tri-lug adapter so that way I can quickly put these suppressors on. So just make note of that. Make sure to match your threads to the suppressor if you're adding one. Up top, you do have the new KRISS USA flip up front and rear sights, and these are actually pretty nice. And also this one does have the stock, because this is the SBR version right from the factory with that $0 tax stamp. I would 100% take advantage of the SBRs, you know, not use a brace. And this is their newer stock, which is super cool as well. You have a button here to adjust it back and forward. And then if you want to fold it here, you have the button here. You can push that and it does lock into place. And then when you want to deploy it, you push that button and it can either, you know, just swing around, and then it will be good. Very ergonomical, and this hinge here is one of the best that I've seen as far as being able to just swing it in or out. And again, it does lock, which is a plus too. As far as how a KRISS Vector works, for those who don't know, you have your magazine release right here. So you can push that, that will take your mag out. Then you have right here your charging handle. And one of the big improvements on the Gen 3 models is the shorter charging handle. Some people were trying to charge it, holding it all the way out here. And because of, well, physics, it's hard to do. So they made this shorter so that way you can get closer to the gun and then just simply pull it back. And that's how you would charge the gun. Here is your controls for the bolt release. So right now it does nothing because the bolt is forward, but if we insert a mag, go ahead and lock that bolt back to the rear. Let's take our mag back out now. If you want to throw your bolt forward, all you have to do is push this front button here, and the bolt went forward and you're good to go. So on a slide lock reload, that's all you have to do is insert that new mag, push the button, and you're good. For the safety on the gun, you do have an ambidextrous safety. It's right here. So you have two options for now. You have up, safe, red is dead. And again, same thing on this side for you to see too. One other thing I always like to do for these videos is test the trigger pull. So I have our Wheeler trigger gauge, and historically speaking, sub guns are not the best triggers because most of them are meant to be run full auto, and full auto triggers are typically heavier. So when you get a semi-auto version, normally the trigger's not that great, but let's go ahead and test this one here and see what our trigger pull weight is. So I'm gonna pull, and so this one is actually 6.5. So kind of like a Glock trigger pull, which is actually pretty good. I think my stock MP5, it is a full auto trigger. I think that one's like 14 pounds or something ridiculous. The B&T TP9, that one's like 20 pounds. But just to double check here, let's go ahead and test it one more time. Pull that trigger back, pull, pull, pull. And there we go. And yeah, right under 7, so like 6.5 to 7 pounds for a trigger pull. Not bad at all. Actually, that's really good for, again, a kind of sub gun setup. One other thing to note, KRISS was kind enough to send this out for us to feature and review, and they did send out some other parts since we do have a SBR here, they sent out their new vertical grip, which I actually love. I'm running this on the other Vector that I have, and I will definitely be putting this one on here again. So getting it out of the package here, this is gonna look just like this, which again, that is the most iconic look. And I would say ergonomically, it helps because sometimes you will, if you put your hand here, you might hit the bolt catch by accident or hold over the magazine release. So this will help keep your hand away from those controls like this. And then when you need to use it, you can simply jump back here. The other option though that they sent out was the angle grip. So for my people who are not gonna SBR this, you do have this angle grip here, and let's go ahead and get this out and see. So for the angle grip, as you can see, this will add just a little bit more on the front here. And again, I think the benefit to adding this is it's gonna keep, you can see prior to this, your palm wants to rest up here, but when you do add this, this kind of brings your palm down more, so you're not gonna accidentally hold that bolt release here or bolt catch. So again, if you're not gonna SBR it, I think this is a good option, or if you are still gonna SBR it, this is also still a good option. Just depends on what you want and how you wanna utilize it. Up front, you do have some M-LOK. You have 2 on the bottom, 1 on this side, 1 on that side. So if you wanted to mount a flashlight or something like that, you can do it. But do note that once you add a grip here, obviously those bottom ones are gonna be no longer usable for any other attachments. So there you go, just wanted to show you a quick unboxing and overview of the Gen 3 Vector chambered in 45. Stay tuned, we'll have a follow-up video. I'll get this guy all Gucci'd up, ready for the range, and obviously we'll go test it out there. But for now, hopefully this was helpful. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks everybody.